Laid off tradition in the name of religion. Phenomenological research about male circumcision in Iran. Kamil Ahmadi and colleagues. The phenomenon of circumcision as an act done on the human body is discussed in the field of individual rights and ownership rights over the body, which from a cultural and religious perspective is not considered abnormal but natural and appropriate. The extent of this issue and its acceptance in Islamic, Jewish, and sometimes Christian societies has raised the question of how the phenomenon has continued and for what reasons it has not been seriously questioned. This study, using qualitative field research, evaluates the experience of participating through targeted interviews among some circumcised Iranians living inside and outside the country, as well as interviewing some foreigners and experts to analyze the consequences, harms, and possible benefits of this act through awareness in society. Definition: Circumcision is one of the oldest surgical procedures in the world, with roots in ancient Egypt that has entered religion with the presence of Abrahamic religions. But some health considerations have caused its coverage to include some secular societies despite violating various aspects of children's rights. The act of circumcision means separating or removing the foreskin from the male or female genitalia. Available evidence suggests that circumcision was practiced in Iran before Islam, and this tradition gained popularity after the advent of Islam in Iran. In traditional societies, performing this act on child's body is accompanied by a special ritual for entering adulthood. But in modern society, any individual under 18 years of age is considered a child, and any change to the body without the child's involvement and permission is only a violation of their rights that have an anti-educational nature. However, some believe that circumcision reduces the organ and impairs it, and along with other physical and mental harms, it reduces sexual pleasure. Contexts and backgrounds. The relationship between Egypt and the religion of Islam led to the emergence and spread of circumcision in various periods of Iran's history. Religious and ethnic acceptance, religious emphasis on gender identity, means of cultural tradition, commercial benefits from circumcision industry and medical mafias, existence of aesthetic considerations, lack of free flow of information, atmosphere resulting from circumcision ceremonies, and legal gaps are obstacles to change and reform in this area. Consequences of circumcision: biological, social, psychological, legal, economic, and other impacts on humans on whose healthy, normal, and equitable lives the future of human societies depends. Some opponents of circumcision believe that sexual sensation is almost reduced after circumcision. Some research has shown that the sexual pleasure of circumcised individuals is greater in sexual intercourse than uncircumcised individuals. Some research findings indicate the persistence of the practice of circumcision in societies where both traditions have absolute power and religion domination exists. 55% of the study population answered positively to the question, "Do you intend to circumcise your son?" You can see the frequency chart of the religion of circumcised men of the sample society in the picture. You can see the frequency chart of the age of circumcised Iranian men of the sample society in the picture. Solutions: not imposing cultural and religious traditions on children by parents and institutions. Using various educational tools. Using the capacity of media and social networks, artistic, scientific reference groups, psychologists and sexologists to raise awareness among parents and officials. Highlighting the harms of circumcision by providing evidence and actual consequences through using local capacities and civil society groups. Launching social campaigns to combat potential harms of circumcision. Demanding governments to enact protective laws for children. Interaction of social scientists with the seminary and efforts to change their approach to children and childhood and reflect it in fatwas on dominant religious discourse in society. Upgrading the legal and children's right perspective by educating kindergarten teachers and school teachers. Expanding awareness among lawyers about the harms of circumcision in interaction with legislators to pave the way for legal reform. Establishing counseling centers or information outlets in hospital and clinics specializing in circumcision under the supervision of the welfare organization for counseling parents. highlighting the harms of circumcision, developing scientific and field research with the participation of medical, religious, and educational institutions. The free and online version of this book is now available on Kamil Ahmadi's personal website, as well as on Google Play, Google Books, and Amazon platforms.